Hey guys, I know it's been a while, so here's a new video. This one actually is a little bit different. I don't win this game, and I know most people like to cast games where they win and kind of show off, but I just want to show you guys, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, I went 13-4 and I still lost this game, and that's exactly what happens this game. But if you go back and you watch your games, you can actually see that there's a lot you can do. My first mistake was actually in Champ Select. I like Talon, he's really fun, he's pretty good, and picked pretty much every game. But I picked him, and then I forgot that Lee Sin was open, and Lee Sin just poops on Talon, because Talon has the AoE stealth, and Lee Sin has AoE reveal, and so I basically just want to go against Brand, because I know I'm not going to do anything to the Risinga, so that was a huge mistake, number one. So you need to pay attention to what champions the other team is picking. One, you need to do that, and then two, you need to play champions that you're good at. I'll say this until I die, but don't pick a champion that you're not familiar with if you've never played them before, but you think they're super OP and you can win the game just by picking a Kali. So don't do that. Pick champs you're good with. I'm really good with Talon. I actually bought his Magneto skin on one of my other accounts because it's pretty boss. Magneto's awesome. Anyways, what we're doing now is we're just trying to mess up Shaco's boxes because we see he started with boots. And that means that if we mess up his boxes, he's going to have a tough time leveling. I mean, he's still pretty versatile. A lot of people think if you mess up Shaco's boxes, he's done. But that's not the case. Shaco can do a lot of different stuff. He's a pretty versatile jungler. I don't know why people think messing up his boxes ruins him. I mean, it's a good thing. That would have been really bad, though, if we had walked into a Caitlyn trap in front of his boxes, or if we had gotten Lee Sin slowed. So it's always dangerous to invade on a Shaco. Anyways, leashing blue, always a good thing to do for a jungler. And so right here against Brand, all I'm going to do is play super passive, because Talon takes a while to ramp up in lane. He needs at least level 4 before he can start really kind of being aggressive. So that's what I do, is I'm just farming, trying to get all the last hits I can, harassing with my W when I can. The mana cost nerfs actually hurt Talon a lot, along with his health regen nerfs. You can't spam your W like you could before. And my skill order on Talon is W, Q, W, E at the very beginning. Sometimes I'll take E if I'm getting owned in lane, because then you can just blink around. But, yeah. The W is what you want to max first. Because I know some people said they want to know some skill orders and skill builds. For runes and masteries, I go 2109. And, armor pin reds, armor yellows, magic resist per level blues, and I think flat AD Quints. But anyways, you can see that Lee Sin got first blood. It's kind of the beginning of a long downhill battle. I walk into W's all the time. I lane pretty poorly this game too, and I don't farm well. So that's one thing. I'm farming well at the beginning, I'm ahead of the Brand, but later I don't know, I kind of get disheartened, I think. One, in Champ Select, our last pick, was like, oh, I can't play support, give me anything but support. And that's always a bad sign if you can't play support. I mean, support is literally buy gold per 5, CV, jungle, and objectives, and put wards on the map. And then buy an oracles if you're doing well. So not being able to play support is usually a pretty bad sign. It's a role everybody should be able to play, and if your last pick, you should suck it up and play it. Well, I mean, if you're with competent people. Lower elos don't play support. Can't carry with support. Anyways, so here, again, my map awareness is pretty off. There's Lee Sin going over here, and I am just paying 0 attention. Then all these pings get my attention, so I come over. Fiddle's face checks the bush, proceeds to give double buffs to the Brand. I waste flash, because it's worth it, because the Lee Sin is worth a little bit of money. So I'd say that was worth my flash, but definitely really poor map awareness on my part. I think I was watching bottom, but regardless, that was a mistake. And so now this is kind of an interesting situation. The Brand gets super aggressive because he's got double buffs, but I'm a level above him, all his cooldowns are up, and then he proceeds to walk towards me after he stuns me, which is kind of silly. So I just E back, and then I ignite him, and then I run away. Anytime someone has double buffs like that, it's always worth it just to kill them, because that would have been a good exchange even if I died. But now it's a great exchange because I got double buffs, and then I'm going to go back and buy because my lane is pushing. Try and push your lane before you go back. I don't know if I've said that, but you want the experience here to die to his tower because then he's not going to get it, and you'll end up ahead. So anyways, notice what I buy here. I buy a null magic mantle, especially because I'm laning against Brand, and I want to get in his face. So then bottom gets a double kill, which is nice. I'm hopeful at this point. I'm 2-0. I'm owning my lane. I think I'm owning my lane. Yeah, we're even in CS and I'm 2-0. So anyways, at this point I know top's having just a ton of trouble, and then Rumble is doing awful. He's 0-2 with 15 CS. So I come top, but I'm too late and the Rumble dies again. Now he's 0-3. But then I sneak into this bush and kill the Lee Sin slowly. I really needed to ban Lee Sin, but then unfortunately Shaco's there. I try to juke him, and I succeed almost, but then he ignites me for the kill. Again, that was worth it for him to blow the summoner, just because, you know, it was double buffs. So anyways, I rush Merc Treads because they have quite a lot of CC between Soraka's Silence, Lee Sin's Slow, Shaco's Jibs, Brand's Stun, plus they have a lot of magic damage, so... Anyways, the Rumble is now in my lane for some reason. Don't ever do this. Don't walk into a solo's lane that's doing really well. And then bottom's doing their thing, which is being awful. So that's one thing that's unfortunate. But notice that even though bottom is having just as rough a time as top, I'm just kind of sitting here not doing anything. That's my mistake, and even though the Brand's still here, I could easily just shove my lane really hard and go bottom and help it. So, again, I mean, it's not my fault, but if you ever want to look for ways to improve your game, going bottom right now, look where this Caitlyn, forgot her name for a second, I wanted to say Nidalee, probably because of her name, but regardless, here I make another mistake. I assume Rumble's going to see me coming up because I've pinged once, and then I proceed to just get absolutely shit on. I get the Rumble kill, but it's pretty bad on his part, so... Notice I refrained from being a total dick. I mean, I'm pretty frustrated at this point, just because everyone's doing so awful. And then the Rumble dies again, because he's just really bad. At least with Rumble, I mean, he might just be having an off game, but he's not doing too hot. Rumble shouldn't be getting owned by Lee Sin that hard. Anyways, I find the Brand, and I blow my flash for this. I don't know if that was a good idea, but I kill him. Kill's always good. Don't know if it's worth a summoner. But now the bottom's dead, I have to worry about the Caitlyn being here. So again, I wasted an opportunity like 2 or 3 times probably where I could have left my lane and gone and helped bottom. But I mean, both lanes are failing. It's really tough to come back from that. So just know that if you're in a game like this ever, it happens to everybody, and don't worry about it. Because if you play consistently well, you can easily get the elo back. And again, the Tristana being pretty special at bottom. And the Rumble being pretty special top. But still, I mean, at this point, this game isn't uncarryable, because it's only 8-12. No one's gotten a dragon yet, to my knowledge. So... now I'm finally like, oh, bottom is pretty ass, let me go down there and try and help it. And because Alistar's down there, I should have been going bottom a lot, because Alistar's a CC machine, makes everything easy. So anyways, again, here's another mistake. I go for the wrong target. I should have gone for Caitlyn, because Caitlyn's probably a higher value target. I mean, the Soraga's getting money when she's dead, is already 1-3, and the Caitlyn has a ton of CS, the most in the game right now, and was going back, so she had no mana too. But anyways, did what I could. And now I see this Brand is over here. Think about going over to help, but then he walks in the bush. One thing to do when a character does that, notice no one on the map is present. Don't follow people into bushes. Don't do that. It's an awful idea. Anyways, I overextend, get Shaco ganked, have to blow my ult, but it's not a big deal. So now I stick around, go back, buy some items, get a ward, and see the the Brand just went bottom and did what I should have been doing, which is ganking. So they're already really far ahead, and now they're going to go for Dragon. I can't stop them because I had to blow my ult to escape that one time. So, again, I could have killed them all if I had my ult right there. I also probably could have gotten Dragon too. Now I'm being super aggressive, and because I see the fiddlesticks there, but not much we can do. See, and then I just end up wasting my ult again. But if I had had my ult when I first went to Dragon, that would have been a double kill at least. So it's a lesson in not overextending, not having to blow your cooldowns when you don't absolutely need to. And I don't really notice that top dies here, so I still kind of play silly until they start pinging. But now top's dead, bottom is dead. I'm 5-2 though, I'm not doing poorly. I can still maybe carry this game. Again, unfortunately, I got outpicked. So, that's always something that's a damper. I still have wards because I want to defensively ward our jungle. Kind of try and help out the little advantage that we might have. I actually have decent map awareness here. Jump in and get the Lee Sin. Which is good, because he's definitely pooping all over my team. And I'm trying to get in a good position. As an assassin, you want to position yourself where you can jump on one of these two, Brand or Caitlyn, and then just kind of dump all over them. There I get really, really lucky that Brand's ult fizzles out for some reason. Walk in front of the Alistar, make him take the bullet for me. Fiddlesticks decides that now that everybody's gone, it's a great time to just kind of ult. So that was silly. I mean, and obviously he knows that he did something really dumb. But I don't want to do what he's proposing. So. But as you can see, once again, my team decides that diving this second tower for some reason is a great idea. I have no idea why. But again, I don't know if it would have helped, but you guys can try pinging, talking to your team, being like, guys, that's just a terrible idea. I have no idea why you're doing that. Instead of saying it after. If you notice, normally I communicate a lot more with my team, try and point out objectives. I'm just doing an awful job of it this game. I'm not trying to lead. I'm not saying anything. I'm not even using the ward that I bought forever ago to try and ward somewhere that might give us an advantage. Top lane is just being pushed constantly, and I'm not trying to help it out. Our Tristana has fallen so far behind in CS. She's now 30 behind than Italy. The Lee Sin is, again, pooping all over my team. I go up to try and help, and he's really tanky at this point, and I derp with my W anyways, so. And then here, we just get kind of pooped on in a team fight. I used my E, so I want to jump in on this Soraka is what I'm trying to do, or the Brand, but can't really. I get silenced all the time, and then I'm scared to go in, because I know we're probably going to die. Tristana brings Brand's ult to 3 of us, which is always good. At this point, I just don't know what to do. So that's kind of my fault. I could have gotten that Shaco, actually. I think I do, yeah. Pick him up, go into my stealth, almost die. Thankfully, I don't. Caitlyn is split pushing bottom this whole time, which I don't even notice until just now. So, when I leave, of course, my team dies. So that was just bad on my part. I mean, it was bad on my whole team's part. But one thing that I did was I just didn't know what I was doing over here. There's no reason for me to be there. And then Caitlyn proceeded to push down this entire wave and then come middle. And once again, poop all over my team. Tristana is just doing nothing. And then again, I don't go in that bush because I know Caitlyn and Lee Sin are there. I should have, honestly. And then I was going to ignite her, but I got silenced, so she still dies, because Talon's Q is awesome. Anyways, at this point my team is just really disheartened. I'm not doing anything to really motivate them. Again, I'm looking for ways to blame myself. Obviously, this game isn't my fault at all, but I'm just looking for ways that I can kind of improve my game, which you should always be doing, because I'm 8-2 and my team is just doing awful. I should be, if I had a competent top lane or a competent bottom lane. I mean, the jungler is doing He's not really doing anything. He's not doing anything wrong. So what the Rumble did wrong is he just got really outlaned. He played really poorly. He bought cloth armor, which doesn't really help against Lee Sin. I mean, Lee Sin's gonna poop on you if you let him get your skill shots. You just need to dodge his shit. And bottom lane, I don't really know what happened because I wasn't paying attention, so we'll just ignore bottom lane. But anyways, the jungler was also making some pretty poor initiation decisions, and he's really squishy. He dies instantly. Fiddlesticks needs to build a little bit tankier than that against this kind of team. So, anyways, I go back to base, trying to buy some items. They're just pooping on everybody at my tower. Not much I can do. Maybe kill this Lee Sin. So he dies, but they're gonna almost get this tower. I go in and clean up, because that's what Talon's amazing at. All assassins are pretty amazing at cleaning up. So here, I ping for Baron, because really that's our only chance at this point. We killed their two major threats, the Caitlyn and the Lee Sin, because I pretty much... Well, I was owning this brand. I have no idea. I think he went bottom and got a bunch of kills. So here we start doing Baron. It's pretty boring. I pussy out, and I'm like, oh, we can't do this, but the Fiddlesticks is really brave. He toughs it out. Look at him go. We end up getting Baron. So again, trying my hardest. I make a call to do Baron, it works out. Normally that would be enough, especially because I just killed the brand. Normally that would be enough to put us even, but again, the Tristana has pretty horrible farm. She has no items. She went Wriggles, which I mean, I guess that's not bad because she was getting owned, but she's still 3-7. Alistar's 0-5. Rumble's 3-6. Takes like 4 of us to kill Lee Sin. Taught me the value of banning Lee Sin at least. We do kill him, which is good, but then we're not able to ever do anything with our kills. We get our first tower. First tower at 23 minutes, always a good sign. Our Tristana right here decided that it would be a good idea to jump into 3 people. So again, I have a feeling this Tristana just doesn't know how to play Trist. And then here, I get it exhausted, and I should have waited for my exhaust. And then, unfortunately, this is warded, so... Thought I would be safe, but no. Too many wards, and notice, like, our support, I don't think has bought any wards. Ever. Maybe a few. I shouldn't badmouth them, because I haven't been paying attention, but, yeah, so, support's not doing their job. Jungler's building a death cap against this team, which is an awful idea, because Fiddles doesn't need the death cap. He should have gone Zhonya's, or... Zhonya's would have been a really great choice. Zhonya's, Rylai's. He's not counter-building. The Tristana... The Tristana is the Tristana. We'll leave it at that. And then the Rumble is kind of getting some items. I mean, still getting pretty pooped on. Alistar wastes his flash to try and kill the brand. Misses. It's just unfortunate. At this point, we just need to kind of... We literally, at this point, what we need to do is farm for 20 minutes to catch up. Because we would win late game. We would win late game. No questions. Because Shaco falls off. Lee Sin becomes manageable. Lee Sin's almost got all of his items anyways. He's just going to finish his Ghost Blade and then probably get... I think Triforce is the last item that Triple Lift gets on Lee Sin. But, so the Lee Sin's almost maxed out, and none of us are even close to maxed out. I still have 2 Doran's Blades. I'm building this into a Last Whisperer. And then I still have to finish 3 more items, basically. The Caitlyn's almost maxed out, and Caitlyn falls off late game compared to Tristana, so... One way we could have won is if I'd been talking to my team and been like, hey, let's try and tough this out. So then my team gets 3v1'd by the Lee Sin, and then they surrender, so that's pretty much it. Yep.